Hi, welcome back to my channel. I know I said that I was going to do vlog at least once a week, but that kind of didn't work out, did it? Just life sometimes gets to me. I don't know. I saw a lot of vlogs recently from some of the people that I follow about depression and how their tips on how to get through it. And one of the things was pushing yourself, building a ladder. And I'm trying. I'm not crafting nearly as much as I was before. So what are we going to talk about today? So today we're going to talk about some of the projects that I've been thinking about, some that I've been working on, some that I finished. I actually only finished one project. So I am pretty happy to share that with you. So we'll start with that because it makes me happy. And that is the Virus Shawl. I finished the Virus Shawl about sometime beginning of this week, I think, and I used every bit of the yarn. It made me happy that I used every bit of that yarn because the yarn was super expensive. I'll have to put in the description the yarn's name because I don't have it on the top of my head right now. So without further ado, what's draped on the sofa behind me is the Virus Shawl. And it is absolutely stunning. I have no idea what side is the wrong side or the right side when it comes to crochet, so I'll show you both sides. It's surprisingly not as large as I thought it was going to be. With the hank of yarn that it's made up of, I thought it was going to be a much longer item. However, to be fair, I have not blocked it, but I wasn't sure if I could block a non-natural material. And I don't want to use heat because I don't want to ruin the yarn. So if you have any suggestions, please let me know. It's not perfectly straight down the middle, and I understand that tension has a lot to do with that. And I'm not the best with my tension. And that blocking is supposed to help with the with the symmetry of our projects. So I would appreciate any advice you have. So I just fold it up, put it away. The plan for this shawl is to wear it on a cruise. Now I've never been on a cruise before, and as you all know, I live in Alaska. So I'm really looking forward to going on a cruise. And I know that my first cruise will be an Alaska cruise. And it'll probably be cold, even though we'll probably go in the summertime. So this is going to go on the trip with me, and I've got another shawl that I'm about halfway through called the Easy as Pie shawl, and it's done in a Sunseeker yarn, I believe. It's either Sunseeker or Blue Heron, and if Sunseeker and Blue Heron are the same yarn, forgive me, I'll put, when I show you that yarn, I'll be prepared and I'll have its actual name. But it's very beautiful. It's kind of it's similar in one way, is that it's a silver yarn. There's no gradient or different textures in the color, but there is, much like this one, a silver. It's a green It's a green iridescent filament that goes through the yarn, much like this gold filament goes through this yarn. So I'm looking forward to making that. I did pick this up, oh gosh, a couple years back. I really don't know. I thought it was just a yarn ball that was dyed different colors, and it turned out to be different types of yarn that's been knotted together, and the knots were not all that great, if you can see. Yeah, that's what I'm dealing with here. So I've got to figure out, I'm going to cut out all the knots. I started making a beanie. I stopped because I suck at it, and I'm going to try again. Here's the ball band. I actually saved the ball band for you. It's called Kepi Sparkle, and it says one ball makes one hat. The pattern is on the band, and it's written in tiny, tiny words. So I have to stare at it for a second. I don't know if I'm going to knit it or crochet it yet. I think I'm going to stick with crochet because crochet seems to be faster. I haven't knit anything in a while. Once I learned to crochet, I think I just was like, oh, this is great. I'm going to put these down forever. I was always so slow. I'm still slow, don't get me wrong. I'm still slow. I'm a slow crafter. I do everything slow. This is a pom-pom. So the yarn was wrapped around a cardboard core. And so this is not like a yarn pom-pom. It's kind of like a dog toy. It's like this thing that's been stuffed and then it's fuzzy. It's not, it's cute. So in there that goes. Next thing I'm working on is a beach cover up. It's not made of cotton, it's made out of acrylic. I know that's silly. So this is the first time I ever knit any type of clothing besides, you know, hats and scarves and gloves. And so I thought, well, I'll just use this Super Saver yarn that I have sitting in my stash that's been there for 10 years at least. And so I started last night, and this is supposed to be a beach cover up. This is just one panel. This is a width of one panel, and I'm hoping that it'll fit. I'm thinking it will, because this one panel is not going all the way around me, and that's okay because it's a panel. So I'm thinking that it will fit. The pattern says that it's a small to large, kind of a one size fit all, and then in parentheses it's 1x to 3x. So I had crocheted up about 4 repeats of the mesh pattern last night in the 1x to 3x, and it was coming way out to here, and I thought, no, I don't want to do that. So what's going to end up happening is that this project's going to end up looking like color blocking because I don't have any matching Super Saver balls of yarn. So I'm starting out with this Dusty Rose and then moving into Sandlot, and this one is called Cornmeal, and this one is called Buff. So Sandlot, Cornmeal, and Buff. So yeah, I think they look really pretty together. Yeah, it'll end up probably being a disaster, but we'll see. I have no idea how many balls it's going to take to make it. So it may not be, you know, 4 colors. Or maybe I will, because this one looks to be like half. Maybe I'll just use all of the pink and then half of the yellow, half of the white, half of the beige. We will see. And it'll be my first garment. This is new. So I bought this for charity. I've never ever knit or crocheted or crafted for charity before. Last year in downtown Anchorage, I saw so many news reports of homeless people being hit by cars, and it really broke my heart. There's a lot of homeless people here in Anchorage. I figured I would try and do some kind of charity knitting. My first idea was to use the Plarn. I think Kazualistic, hi, if you're watching, I think Kazualistic had done some mats out of Plarn, and I thought, oh, I could do that. But I have a cat and a dog, and I need my plastic sacks to dispose of their waste. So if you wonder what Plarn is plastic yarn. But I saw this fantastic product called Red Heart Reflective, and my hope is that I'm going to make a cap with it, and maybe a cowl. I don't think I'm going to get a cap and a cowl out of this small ball of yarn. This is just called gray, not gris. I was going to say gris because my first language is Spanish. So this is gray. It's called Light Reflective Yarn, and it looks like this. So the gray part is obviously the color, and then if you can see, there's these strands of what looks like white. That's the reflective part of it. So when a light source hits it, it reflects back. And I chose gray because it's a neutral color. So I'm gonna do up some hats. There's actually headband. Looks like it's a headband pattern. I'm gonna take the ball. I'll never see it again. I lose these things so quickly. So it's called a Blissful Ear Warmer. So you never know. I might make those. I have no idea. But my intention is to pass it along to the homeless shelter in Anchorage. And we will see what they can do with it. Keep it in the sack, keep the dust off of it. Who knows when I'll start this project? I've got stuff that I'm doing. I think I showed this to you last video. Essentially, it's Perler beads. I've been doing that because it's super fun. I've been separating these out into color blocks. It's been kind of a nightmare. This is a Plano case, and my husband dedicated it to me, or gifted it to me, and I've been picking through and separating each of those colors. Then I realized that that sucked, and that Perler sells individual color bags, and so I got this one at 6,000 and it's black. So I will continue separating these and probably buy at least the primary colors. But I have to find a big enough container for them all, because once that bag comes open, that's it. I bought these for the larger projects. I'm going to make bigger 8-bit characters, and right now I am looking at patterns for Ganon for The Legend of Zelda. And that's it. That's all my active projects that I can think of. This weekend my baby niece is having her, I want to say, 6th birthday, and we're going to go to that. It's going to be fun, and hopefully that'll pull me out of my funk. This whatever it is. I gained like, I'd say 10 pounds, and that's kind of rough too. I'm like 193, which is like the highest I've ever been in my life. And actually that's not true. In 2006, I believe, which was what, 10 years ago, 11 years ago, I was 196 pounds. And I got all the way down to 172, and then I broke my foot. And then we came to Alaska in 2014, and I've just been steadily gaining. I joined a gym, and I didn't lose any weight because, well, I broke my other foot. And I did gain muscle, though. I gained a lot of muscle. Leg measurements really changed over that 7 months that I went. I do have a chronic illness that causes me to have problems with inflammation and muscle weakness. And so on occasion, as I'm walking, my muscles will give out, and I'll fall. So I was doing a lot of falling, which is the reason why I had gone into physical therapy, because I wanted to obviously tend to my injuries, and I was convinced to join the gym and get a personal trainer who helped me with this, core strength and things like that. And I did notice a difference. I went through the whole winter without a single fall, which is pretty impressive, because the first year I was in Alaska, I probably fell 5 or 6 times. When I would slip, I would feel the pain for days and days and days from that particular event. And I just started turning into myself and becoming more introverted. I stopped seeing my therapist. I stopped going to the gym. I stopped physical therapy, and stopped diet, stopped exercise, and just sat around and gained another 10-15 pounds. And it's been rough, and I did that in 3 months. So I'm determined to make it better. I'm determined to get out of this funk and get back into things that I enjoy. And one of the things I enjoy is sharing on YouTube. I joined YouTube in 2006 on a different channel for a whole different reason. After 2013, when my husband and I decided to stop trying to conceive, I closed that channel down, deleted all the videos, and stopped YouTubing altogether until I opened this channel. And it's been actually quite fun to do. Not nearly as active as I once was. I used to go out and watch people's videos and comment and comment and comment. I would comment so much that YouTube would put time limitations on me, telling me that I had been commenting too much. So I think I'm going to do that. I think that I'm going to reach out and be commenting, so look for me on your videos. When I get subscribers, I don't click on all the subscribers and check what type of channel that they have. So it'd be nice if you just said, hey, I do have a channel and I would love to share with you. I know this is a very, very long video, and I'm going to edit the hell out of it so that it's a reasonable amount of time. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. I appreciate any encouragement, support, advice, any of that. in the comments below. Take care. Bye.